Hello friends, today we'll see what Karma Yoga means. So when we say the word Karma Yoga, what immediately comes to mind is when we go to big ashrams run by some famous gurus and so on, we can see a lot of people doing the work, cleaning the building, cleaning the temple, cleaning the toilets, even serving food, cooking food. They are all called seva, or this is what they refer to as Karma Yoga. Doing something for others, that is called Karma Yoga. Just think carefully for a minute. What will happen if we clean the toilets in the ashram which belongs to a guru? What happens? The toilet gets cleaned. Yes. Yoga? No. Karma? Yes. Action. Karma means action. We are doing the action. Yoga? It will not happen. It cannot happen. Why? We are cleaning the toilets at our house. There is no yoga. Or do you know anyone who has seen God or who has achieved oneness with God through the seva? No, they say it takes a long time, you have to do this consistently and so on. These great guys are making use of the innocent people in the name of Karma Yoga. That's all, as simple as that. Why do I say that? Is Karma Yoga true at all in the first place? Yes, it is true. Because Bhagavad Gita, it says very clearly, it has one full chapter about Karma Yoga. Chapter 2, if you read what is Karma Yoga, it's a big chapter. So Karma Yoga is Janagan, King Janagan achieved oneness with God through Karma Yoga. So Karma Yoga is true. But what I am saying is, what we are doing in the name of Karma Yoga is wrong. That's it. So, what exactly is Karma Yoga then? Yoga is the oneness of the human soul and God, Jivatma and Paramatma. This is not only applicable to Hindus, also to Christians. If you look at what Jesus wanted to have is, he said, just like how me and Father are one, I want you all to be one with us. He is talking about the yoga. That's it. Father refers to the God in Hinduism, or let's say what they call as Shiva, or whom they call as Shiva, is the Father. I, referring to Jesus, is the Jivatma. So, even for Christianity, if you look at the stories of mystics, they will talk a lot about this. But in the modern days, they don't even utter the word of such things in the churches. There are many saints. If you just read the history of saints and their autobiographies, you will come to know. So anyway, talking about Karma Yoga, attaining oneness with God through our actions is Karma Yoga. There are two aspects in Karma Yoga. One is being selfless. That is very important. The second aspect is the attachment to the results of our work. These are the two major topics which should be in the Karma Yoga theme. So, first one is selfless, being selfless. Lord Krishna says, in many places in the Bhagavad Gita, do things, let's say, selflessly. Even in Bible, they talk about the same thing. Do nothing out of selfish ambitions. Philippians. Paul wrote it. Even Jesus said, love your enemies, do good, lend money, don't expect anything back. Why? Because the way how a human being survives in this world is through the concept of I and my. I is a sense which we all have, and this I attaches its surroundings with itself, like I, my son, I, my wife, my father, and they all get a special privilege. That's the reason why I treat my family different to the ones on the road. This is the reason. This is the way how we all work. Anything which I do, either for me or my surroundings, is selfish. Anything, it could be anything. So when I say selfish, it is not bad. It is not a bad thing. It is the way how we live. That's it. The things which I do for either me or for my surroundings is not spiritual, cannot be considered as spiritual, because I am doing it for my own purpose. The moment I do something for a person sitting on the road who is begging for money, I don't expect anything back. First thing, yeah, and then I'm not doing for me. So, one is doing things without any benefit, yeah. The second one is to whom we are doing, not for us. Two aspects. So, in the second one, we call it as, let's say, waiting for the results. If we give the money to a beggar, he cannot pay us back. We don't expect anything back. That will be counted as something good towards God. On the other hand, if we say, okay, I will go to this church and I will put this much of money to God, and God should give me something else, then it is business. That is a different thing. So, just these two things. In any action, whatever we do, if we do that without the concept of me or for mine, and if we do not expect the results back, then we are talking about selfless service. And this selfless service is what these gurus are using in the name of seva and making people to work for them. This you can do anywhere. You don't really have to go to an ashram. You can go to the government hospital and start to clean. Why not? Or at least clean the house. That will be beneficial. It will have the same effect. So, how do we get oneness with God? That is the important question. By doing this. If you look very carefully, each and every minute we spend in doing actions, one or the other thing, we always tend to think something in our mind. The thoughts occupy our mind continuously. So even if I am cutting a vegetable, I will be thinking about the past or some events which are yet to come in the future. This will go on continuously. The thoughts cannot be in the present moment. This we have to keep in mind. A thought means either it's a representation of the past event which has happened in the past, or a thought which is going to be in the future. In the present moment, there is no thought. There is a very good book, The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle. Read it. I mean, it's a good book. So, if we tend to live in the present moment without any thoughts about the past or future and continue to do our work, this is the key thing. In anything we do, try to avoid or minimize the number of thoughts in your mind. This is a practice. By doing this, what do we gain? We reach the state which the Swamijis reach through meditation. That's it. Bhagavad Gita says that. The end result of both the self-enquiry or the path of self-knowledge and Karma Yoga are the same. They are not different. On the other hand, as long as we continue to do all our actions with the expectations of getting something back, our mind is subject to duality, which is pleasure, pain, happiness, sadness, these things. If we cut off the expectations but still continue to do the work, we cannot stop doing the work, we cannot live. Yeah, we have to do the work. But as I said, we always think of the future and the past, and this has a direct influence on our expectations of the results from the actions. So today I am doing something good, I am trying my level best, and I hope that I will get the benefits. We do not know if we will even live at that time. So what Lord Krishna is saying is, cut off the expectations. Just continue to do your work, whatever is necessary. If you are studying, just study. That's it. Cutting vegetables, just do it. Then you will attain the benefit of yoga. How? First, by having a steady mind. The mind will not be distracted by the dualities. Once you reach that stage, then it continues further. So, Karma Yoga is a step-by-step process which has got a logic behind that. Stop thinking. Yeah? Whatever you do, even driving a car, don't think too much. Just drive. First step. And then attachments. Don't expect the benefits. And in Vaishnavism, I think, they have this Satvika Tyaga. That means donating all the goodness to God. Even that is not a good concept. Concept wise, it's like saying, okay, I'm going to do something and I'm going to get a lot of benefits from this work and I'm going to give this to God. It is just a thought in our mind. That's all. We can say, okay, 50% Krishna and 50% Rama. It's a thought in our mind. What I am saying is, just remove that thought. This is why Lord Krishna says, don't think that you are doing it. I am the one who is doing it. You are just an instrument. Arjuna, just fight. This is the reason why he says, don't use your mind. But again, in the name of Satvika Tyaga, we are trying to, let's say, give the benefits, assign it mentally to gods. What is the use? It is just a thought in our mind. We can decide, okay, Krishna gets 1%, Rama gets 99%. No, that's not, just a thought, that's all. Does not make any sense. Just remove that, keep your mind blank. Of course, to live in our life, in this world, we need to use our mind. That is necessary, that will continue. But when we are doing some actions like this, yeah, if I am working, for example, if I am in the office, if I am doing some work, I can just continue to do the work. I don't have to think. In the sense, if there is a formula, yeah, what is that, that is a different thing. What I am saying is, when we cut vegetables, there is nothing to think. We don't have to think. So here, driving a car, for example, there is nothing to think. You just act. Just act. This is the mechanism through which Lord Krishna says it is easy to follow for everyone. And this is why it was given a very high importance in the Bhagavad Gita. But once we start to follow the Karma Yoga as just selfless service, doing something for others, it loses its value. Doing selfless service is a good thing. It is a good thing. Doing something for others, it's like donating something to the beggar. Okay, fine. What do we get? Some benefits, some punya, yes. That's it. Yoga will not happen. For yoga, it is a continuous process which we have to incorporate into our daily life, into each and every action of ours. Then we will come to know yoga through actions, which is karma yoga. Thank you.